Hey, it's Ed with Ed and G Travels. Welcome to my Ed Talk. We've got a lot to talk about today. I want to talk to you about some Carnival stock. I want to talk to you about what you can earn from your Carnival stock as far as onboard credit. And I want to close the loop on my opinion on what's going to happen with the Carnival Rewards program. Stay tuned. Now, first of all, I have to make this disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not getting paid, sponsored by anybody for talking about this subject today. It's simply that I think it's a good program. And if you are a shareholder in Carnival stock, you can qualify for some pretty good money in onboard credit. We've taken advantage of it. But the first thing is you should do the research yourself to see if it would benefit you. And here's the website you need to go to. It's Carnival, the word Carnival, and then Corp, CORP.com. And then once you get to that website, you want to navigate, search, and find shareholder benefit. Shareholder benefit. You're going to click on that, and that is going to bring you to the page where it's going to tell you how much you can earn in onboard credit. Now, remember, 100 shares is what it takes to qualify for this program. And on this page, it's going to tell you how to submit for your onboard credit. And I will tell you from personal experience, you just download this app called stockperks.com, and it's going to give you those instructions, how to do that and everything. But you just download that, you submit your information about where you got your shares held at. Like mine, for example, was in Robinhood. And you just submit your account information, and it will confirm and verify that you do indeed own those 100 shares. And then in a matter of days, maybe a week, your onboard credit will be in there. But here's the cool thing. If you're going on a cruise that's 14 days in length or longer, you will get $250 onboard credit. We took advantage of that during our last Hawaii cruise. That's not too bad, not too bad. Now, if you're going on a cruise that is between 7 and 13 days in length, you're going to get $100 onboard credit. And if you are going on a cruise that is 6 days or less, you'll get $50 on board credit. Now, this is only valid for one person in the cabin. So if you guys are both shareholders, if two people are shareholders, it's only going to be per cabin. And also, if you are a travel agent, you cannot, if you're sailing on a travel agent rate, you cannot take advantage of this. Now, there have been cruises that we have gone on since we are travel agents. We have not been able to take advantage of it. But the last Hawaii cruise that we went on, we did not book that at a travel agent rate. So we did get a $250 onboard credit. Not too bad. And my opinion on Carnival stock at this very time, and again, I'm not giving investment advice, but now, G was able to pick up some Carnival stock back when it had dipped down to $8.79 a share. And at last trading, and this website's going to tell you all this too, it closed at $27.26 per share on Friday. And I'm talking to you on Sunday, June 29th. And so that's where Carnival stock closed on Friday, $27.26 per share. G was able to pick some up at $8.79 per share several months ago, and it's too bad. I think it's actually been over a year ago now, though. So, but it's too bad she didn't buy like several hundred or even 1,000 shares, right? That would be totally cool. But it wasn't that much. I had at one time had a quite substantial amount of Carnival stock, but I'm confessing to you, no one has a crystal ball in the stock market or anywhere. But I lost my patience and lost my confidence that Carnival would get back to the $25 region per share. And so I sold my stock and invested it in other companies. Now, I didn't do too badly by doing that, but you know, in hindsight, everybody sees 2020. And so if I knew what I knew today, I would have held that stock exactly where I had it, because I had some at around $9 a share myself. And like again, I had a nice chunk of it. I would have probably held on to it. But I am not crying over spilt milk. I'm just simply saying, would have been nice. But I did pick up some more shares last week when it was around 25.50. And so, and the reason I'm telling you this is I am saying to you, now again, not investment advice, but I'm switching gears now to this new Carnival Rewards program. All right. I hate to say it, but I think Carnival is going to come out on top. I think they would come out in better shape if they would allow the old timers like us, Platinum, and you guys that have sailed with them for longer than that, Diamonds. I think they would come out better if they would allow us to keep our status. But I don't know if they are going to or not. They say they're listening to all the complaints that we've been staging. Only time's going to tell if they're listening. But I think what's going to happen is they're going to come out a winner anyway. And you have to understand from a business perspective that the way the VIFP program was set up, and Christine Duffy was right, it was set up in a company that at the time was smaller. Carnival has always been the top cruise line or among the top cruise lines, but it was still smaller, and it was set up for a smaller number of clientele. But now with the demand for cruise travel the way it is, they are missing out their opportunity to make so much more money. And so that's the reason they're switching to the Carnival Rewards program. And I think they're going to come out on top financially. There's never been this kind of cruise demand before, and it's not showing any signs of slowing down. And if Carnival, when Carnival does switch over and everybody starts going to get in that MasterCard and everybody starts spending, people are going to cruise anyway, right? And so that's what we have to understand. People are going to cruise anyway. They're not going to stop cruising. Yes, we are going to get mad, ticked off, and we're going to leave for a while, but people are not going to stop cruising on Carnival. They're just not going to, okay? And so we have to just realize that it's not personal, it's just business. That's what Carnival's going to say, and it is true. So people are going to continue to spend money, they're going to make profits, and it's going to continue to grow. So I went ahead and I bought more stock. And I think their stock's going to, when all of these profits are continually showing up in their quarterly reports for the stock market, you're going to see their shares, in my opinion, going to continue to rise. Have you paid attention to what Royal Caribbean is trading at right now? It's somewhere between $285 and $300 a share. I mean, it's just, wow. And so what if Carnival got back to that? Or I don't think they've ever been up that high. In fact, I know they haven't been up that high. But what if Carnival gets to that point? You'll wish that you bought some stock. And so that'll be nice. That's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Just be aware that if you do own Carnival stock, you can get some onboard credit. And think about it like this. If you buy 100 shares of Carnival stock and it never appreciates in value, if it stayed at $27 a share, for example, and you took, 15 cruises and you collected onboard credit from that Carnival stock, you got to look at that as a return on your investment. You have to, because it is a return on your investment. And it's not taxed. So that's not too bad. That is not too bad. Well, listen, guys, thank you for attending my Ed Talk. Hey, guys, thank you for attending my Ed Talk. And I will talk to you later. Hopefully next time G can join me. But hopefully we'll see you on here. And if we don't see you on here, hopefully we'll see you on a cruise somewhere. All right. See ya.